And now Daniel's response is interesting. He just doesn't stand up and say, raise his fist in the face of Nebuchadnezzar and says, "Not a chance, buddy. I'm not eating your garbage." No, he actually says he replied to the chief of the eunuchs. He replied with wisdom and discretion and makes a proposal. So sometimes the divine revolution will require um, working with wisdom and discretion when you're faced with a situation where the government has passed a law that's morally wrong. So you're not going to stand up and say, I'm not complying, so have at it, send them over and arrest me right now. No, because you might actually be able to continue your mission longer if you just work with wisdom and discretion, keep a low profile. Now, the second incident, or a second one, is where Daniel is ordered not to, everybody's ordered, don't pray to God for X number of days. Well, Daniel doesn't say, start a rebellion, up yours, I'm not doing this. No, he quietly doesn't comply. He goes home and he continues to pray as normal, and he's exposed. And he doesn't then become aggressive to the king. If the penalty is getting ripped to death by lions, I guess that's where I have to go. So he does take the consequences there, although God intervened.
He didn't hide it either.
No, he opened his door.
He did what he always did.
Yeah, did what he did.
It wasn't to prove a point or anything. It was just to do what he always did. His motivation wasn't rebellion.
To make a statement. It was to serve God, regardless. And now, where it really comes to not hiding things is Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, or Nebuchadnezzar orders everybody that when you hear the music, you all have to fall down and worship this massive idol that he's made. And so the music starts. Now they're in a situation. There's no room for negotiation, wisdom and discretion, keeping a low profile, because everybody is doing a face plant in front of this, and you're going to stand out, and there's nowhere to move. So at that point, it's just flat out, I guess, defiance, but not an attitude of defiance, but it's an attitude, I have to serve God, and that means I can't comply with this, and it's painfully visible to everybody here, including the king. Well, actually, the king's attention was brought to it, so he probably didn't see them at first. And unfortunately, God stepped in, but God doesn't always step in to rescue us. It may cost you your life, and today it's costing the lives of thousands of Christians all over the world who make a decision to represent God despite whatever the government has said, and they're paying for it. But we're all aliens and strangers in this world, and you don't die until your mission is completed. Like, that's not up to you when you die.